Hello, my little weird people. Welcome to the world of matriarchy, where you have no opinion but still can share it in the comments down below. Today I woke up furious and I'm gonna tell you what really pisses me off. And this is penis-centered femdom. Let me explain what I mean by this. Oh, and I will take my time to express my anger. Probably you've noticed that in our society, we associate bad and weak things with feminine and strong and good things with masculine. So if you look at the phrases that we use to describe someone's character, someone's traits, we say, oh, he has really big balls. So it means that he's brave and strong, right? And he can make a decision, he's tough. So while when we say, you're such a pussy. Don't be such a pussy. So it means that this person is weak. Don't you see that there is something wrong with this? So imagine balls. Just one little punch, one little kick, and you scream. You just bend, you drop on your knees, and you're so weak. While a vagina is one of the most powerful things in the world. It can literally push out a baby, the whole human being. Not only the language reflects our reality, but also the way we speak and what we hear affects the way we think. So by repeating these phrases, you just deepen the stigma. Watch your mouth, especially when it comes to femdom. Where can you find it? Oh, anywhere. Let's start with feminization and verbal humiliation. Oh, you're crying like a girl. Do you say these phrases, as a dom? When someone cries as a girl, it means that they got the privilege to cry like a girl. To be similar to a girl means to be superior. Small penis humiliation. What do you do? What do you compare it to? This little thing looks like a clit, you say? Really? Like, I would never say this, and whenever some submissive asks me about small penis simulation video, and when I do this, and he's like, oh, so it's more like a clit. No, how dare you? A clit is a part of my genitals, of female genitals. It's something divine, something you would never have any access to. How can you compare this little disgusting thing to something beautiful? I understand. In terms of the size, yes, probably. In terms of the way it receives pleasure, yes, probably. But have you run out of ideas and tiny things in the world you can compare this to? Another thing that really gets me when it comes to verbal things, when a dom calls herself Daddy. All right, I know that it's... Stop. I said stop. She's making me so embarrassed, so I cannot even tame my dog. You're eliminated. So, I know that it's a very popular opinion in the community that daddy has no gender. Okay, then go to your mom and call her daddy and look at her reaction. Well, for me, it definitely has a gender because it brings the image behind it. And what kind of image do I get? Probably someone who was raised just by my mom, a daddy. It's someone who is unreliable, who would betray you, who would beat your mom. Like, this is what daddy means for me, that's why. But okay, if I imagine a daddy from male dom thing, so it's someone who has a big, hairy body, who knows what to do, but is very masculine. Like, I don't see anything beautiful in it, you know? And here comes the next thing. Why do you think that you have to be more masculine in order to be dominant? If we talk about feminine domination, femdom, why do you have to bring out your masculinity first of all? And this is the main problem. is what I see. That, no, don't get me wrong. You don't have to be just feminine. Yeah, we have all sides and we can express both of them. But I see this tendency that a lot of women just try to be as masculine as possible in order to seem dominant. You can be dominant in your feminine way. That's why it's called femdom. For example, let's talk about strap-on. Why does a strap-on make you submissive? Because penetration is something what women experience, makes you submissive, weak, and more feminine. I don't need to have a penis in order to be dominant. I don't want you to see me this way. I don't want you to think that, oh, okay, now she has a penis, so I can be more submissive. And again, I'm not trying to get rid of this kind of play. Yes, obviously, it gives you a lot, both of you. But what I'm trying to say that is not an artificial penis that makes you dominant. The presence of this object doesn't make you dominant. You are dominant just because this is the way you are. You can dominate anyone with your bare hands. I mean, if they want it, otherwise it would be just abuse, which is the opposite of dominance. And again, I'm not telling you what to do yet. I'm just sharing my humble opinion about what femdom is and what it should be. Again, how I perceive it. And for me, since it's a femdom, there are just purely feminine ways to dominate. I mean, if you just look closely at male domination and female domination, they are not like the mirror of each other. They are different. Okay, I will stop complaining and I will get into my constructive mode and I will tell you about some feminine ways to dominate. And the first thing that comes to my mind is tease and denial. And I'm not talking just about the way a man can tease your genitals, you know? Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about seducing. Seduction is such a powerful thing that only a woman can use. I mean, obviously, yes, again, you can do whatever you want, and I would love to see a man who can seduce, not another man, but a woman. How does your seduction work? And the reason why it works differently on men and women is because we have different needs. Well, I would say the females are more about having some particular emotions in the sense of safety. This is what we are looking for, not just to be sexually aroused, even if it can be the part of it. But it's so much easier to seduce a man because men have two heads and they can think with one of them only. The next thing, goddess worship and blasphemy. Well, since all modern religions are also penis-centered for a lot of submissive men, it's a very new experience to worship goddess. Goddess energy is very different from God energy. You don't have to have a beard and big balls in order to get a submissive on his knees and pray to you. And my favorite, Femdom, financial domination, is such a feminine way to dominate men. I mean, can you imagine a man who takes women's money? Like Tinder swindler. Like, is it sexy? No, not at all. Like, it's not. Like, maybe some man would be like, oh yeah, good job. But for women, there is nothing sexy about it. That's devastating. And then at the end, he would just seem miserable. But with women, it's completely different. For women, it means sexuality plus brain. She's like a snake, she's like a fox. So she's smarter than you. She gets what she wants, right? Because when a man does this, he is a piece of shit. seriously, because he plays with your feelings. Can you see the difference of how men seduce women? Again, I've just talked about it. Yeah, they get on the emotional level. While a woman gets whatever she wants, she takes all your money and just disappears. And that is sexy, especially if you're into Femdom. But the way she takes your money, it is, you can compare it that she drains your wallet instead of your testicles. So you are still drained. She took something from you. And that is extremely sexy. One more thing, food fetish. I mean, obviously you can worship feet of your dominant man. Yeah, do whatever you want. But nothing can be compared to a female soul, toes, like all this pedicure. This is a completely different experience. The way she moves, the way she talks, the way she looks at you is all full of beauty and femininity and also power. Yeah, it's a lot of power, but this power is different. I don't have to punch you. I mean, I can, obviously, but I don't have to do it to get you on your knees, you know? I don't have to be physically strong, even if I am, but I don't have to be physically strong in order to dominate you. Power of my mind, power of my sexuality, power of my beautiful body. Soul is goddess's power. And again, the main thing that I'm trying to say is not that you have to like restrict yourself. Okay, I just have to be on the sexual and feminine, and that is if you shouldn't use your masculine sides. No, that's not the point. My point is that don't be just masculine in order to be dominant. Obviously, we live in the world of diversity. You can find anything, yeah, for each specific taste. When you get into femdom, especially if you are a new dominatrix, just think about it. Is it really something you want to do? Like this type of behavior, my dick, call my daddy. Like, is it something that you really want? Or are you just trying to adapt? Are you just trying to assimilate in the world of patriarchy and to give men what they want? I can also be sadistic, verbally and physically brutal, but it always goes in between or after or together with my feminine side. Because it's femdom, baby, okay? I wish you a good day and good life.